In a fun junk journal dream, DJs crafting grungy scenes. Hither and yon, where friends all meet. Paper glue and vintage treats.
Hello, my crafty friends and creators from around the globe. Welcome to Hither and Yon Studio. If you've been here before, welcome back. Just want to do a quick shout out to all my coffee members, KO-FI, Ko-Fi, coffee, whatever you want to say or how you want to say it. But just a shout out to all you monthly members out there. You keep me going, and I sent out all your happy mail. It's on its way. And your free digital is up in the space. So if you haven't received it or downloaded it yet, go ahead and get it. And if you're interested in my Ko-Fi, just go to the description box below. All the details are there, as well as information on the Friday freebies and all the other free goodies that I have available to you. We're going to work in our April Accordion Grungy folder art book. I'm calling it an art book. And yeah, we're gonna do the last of it. This will be the last video in the series, though you obviously can continue on and do whatever you'd like to do. But this is going to be my last video, though I'll probably still work in it like I do in my other journals. And yeah, but I'll just show you where we are so far, and you can catch up watching the other videos before this one. We did some mark making papers. We did some grungy backgrounds. I showed you some techniques for collaging and grunging out your backgrounds and assembling this accordion folder. So, or concertina book, whatever you choose to call it. It's grungy, it's delicious, and it's mine. All right, so we are going to work in this. I have 6 pages. We'll see if we get all 6 done today, but I'll give you some more techniques. And I also want to let you know that a new bonus went out with these grungy words. So just fun, kind of apocalyptic, dystopian, grungy art kind of words that were a free download. So that's your bonus for April. It just went out. So if you're seeing this video, you should have it. Just check your email. And then I also have some other words here that I just had around. So I might use some of those. Some other things I did was I printed out a couple of this page. It's hard to see, sorry for the glare, but this was on transparency film, and I doubled up some of the pages here, or actually put, I think, 2 of the side-by-sides, and printed it on this transparency paper. Now, there's a lot of videos on YouTube on printing on transparency paper. Basically, it's the paper that people use when they were doing like overhead projectors, and they still use it for that, I suppose, though I haven't been in an office setting in quite some time. I also printed some of the pages out on vellum, and I did cut some of them out, like this butterfly, which I think I want to use, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I always say I want to use stuff, and then I don't end up using it. What else? I have some embroidery floss. I have all of the bits that I have left over from this month. So yeah, we're just going to get started. I have to put some backgrounds on here. So I just thought I'm going to get my matte medium and just kind of put some stuff down with the matte medium. And just a regular paintbrush. I'm going to use a sponge brush today because that's what's handy. And I'm just going to use this Sargent Art acrylic matte medium. You can get this on Amazon. I don't know that I have it down in the description box, but just look up Sargent, Sargent Art acrylic matte medium if you want to get this one. Liquitex and most other brands have one. If you just put in acrylic matte medium or matte gel medium, you'll find it. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of put this down, this doily. Maybe we need something under it because it's like that color. And I have some of these background sheets, so we'll take some of these. So this is just me painting on book page. nothing fancy. Let's see where that crease is, right there. And then, yeah, that's really it. I think I went over it with a stencil on top of it and some picket fence white ink from Ranger. So that's where the haze is coming from. And yeah, so that gave us this lovely design, which I love, love, love. And let's do this. Where's that going to get us? There. And that means we'll need a little strip of something. Ooh, maybe this on top. Okay, so let me get this down. I need something to put it on. Because when I try to put it on the page, I always put too much down. So this acts like a glue. Kind of like Mod Podge would, if you're used to working with Mod Podge. But, you know, it dries matte, and I like that. And it doesn't dry sticky like Mod Podge does. So I favor it. To that, of course, you could just use glue if that's all you have. Just use what you have. You know, you want something that's not going to lift, right? You want to get something somewhat strong. Unless you're just playing and it doesn't matter. You know, if you're just experimenting, sometimes it's cool when the glue releases and lifts, and then you can get more grungy torn effects. So, depending on what you're going for, I can see this like soaked right into this paper. So, of course, now I need the excess that I usually have on the page, and I don't have it. Always the way, right? Hope everybody's having a good day and you're getting grungy and crafty. Maybe you're doing something pretty in pink. I don't know. Hopefully, you're having a good day. Ooh, I can see that's kind of smearing up, so that's awesome. I did not set this page with matte gel medium, so that's probably why the ink is moving. And I think I used the distress spray on this, probably like scorched timber, if I had to guess, looking at the color. All right, and now I want to put this over top of it, but maybe we won't cover the whole thing. And this is just a doily, one of the white doilies that you can purchase. Maybe we'll go this way. And I just coffee dyed it, that's all. Just coffee dye. So layers are your friend when you're doing mixed media. You know, you can build on the layer before. It just makes it more fun and interesting, and you know, you'll develop a style. If this is something you like to do, you'll figure out what you want to put on the page. Yeah, it's getting, like I have it on you can see it here now. The scorched timber came off of here, and now it's everywhere, and I don't mind it at all. It's actually kind of cool. All right, so let's just add a little more there. Okay, we'll let that dry. And then here, I'm looking at this. This looks kind of cool and funky. Let's put this one down. And these pages are gessoed. So I just put a coat of gesso over them, though some were book page and some were mixed media paper. Some were watercolor paper. You'll have to go back and look and see what I did in the previous videos. But this works. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, and perfect. It's an iconic mother-in-law saying. Perfectly, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, there we go. So this might bubble up a little because I didn't get, you know, or it's not sticking to the glue to the back. Let's see if we can There we go. That's cool. I just want to get some more stuff down. Of course, I could, just grunge it up too with coffee and stuff. So let's try that with this. I always have some mixed coffee here, and I swap it out from time to time. There's a cinnamon stick in it because I like the way that smells. And so, let me stir it. Okay. So I just use instant coffee and water, and then I throw a little cinnamon stick in it. Sometimes I'll put some cloves in there. Depends what I have. And you can see it just does some coffee dyeing on the fly. And I can kind of press and lift this if I can find a piece of plastic around or paper or something. This will work. Doesn't matter. I just need something to kind of make it less even. Oh, that's cool. So we'll leave those two. They got to dry. We're moving along. Let's do, what is this? This is watercolor paper. So let's get some watercolor. What do I got? I have watercolor pencils. I don't want that. All right, let me get my watercolor sets. I have a really cheapy one that I love to use for backgrounds. If I can find it. I don't know where that is. Okay, I don't know. I don't know where that is, so I'm just going to use this, which is, it's got my darker colors on it. This is some random set. I've had it forever. I don't know where it came from. And I just keep using it. And let's see what we get. Ooh. That's kind of cool. I do like that. Oh, it's eating it up over here. I don't know what's going on there, but that's kind of cool. Does it? What is this tape? I think that's the medical tape. It doesn't really want to take anything, so we're going to put something over that. Let's throw in some brown. I don't mind that I mix these up because, I'm not doing professional watercolor art. We all know that. Maybe you don't. I don't. I won't. I haven't anyway. We'll just fill it in. Very cool. I just need a backdrop, Since it's watercolor paper, we might as well use watercolor. Let me get this cleaned off. These water brushes are great because you can just send water through the tip and clean them off rather quickly. And then you can use them the next time. All right, so that's that. Get it into some of those places that didn't get any. Okay, very cool. And then let's move on to this last one. And I'm going to attach this because I feel like it's going to fall. I don't want it to fall off the desk. And here we need, I did pull this out, so we could use some of this, although I might want to put that here. All right, I'm going to save that for that. Let me get one of, I did some background pages. I think I was playing with the jelly plate with this one. Oh, and there's tissue back there. I want to get that line in there, so. Let's get this down. I need a new brush because, well, actually I don't need a new brush. I just need to remove some of this gunk from the coffee. Just a little. I don't have to get it all off because it'll actually just tint the matte gel medium, but I don't want to ruin the integrity of the matte medium, so yeah, this was a fun month. It inspired some other makes by me, which is good. I am such a grungy girl as far as art goes. Just love the way it all kind of comes together, and there, there's few rules. Look, see, like even if you do something like this, it's fine. These are actually those graphite pencils on here, I believe. And then I pressed it down onto the jelly plate. So that's what we're seeing there. I need something under here. Seems to be soaking in faster than I can get it down. Okay, so that's cool. What else? What else? This is fun. Maybe I want to go this way. Don't go away. Don't roll. Make sure this isn't going to roll off. There we go. The sponge is soaking it in too. It's not the best brush for matte gel, but here we are. More scorched timber on this piece. I always say I used to hate that color. Like, not that I hated it, that's a strong word. I just didn't like the way it looked. I thought it was very, very dark, but I have since learned to love it. I need a drink. All right, so I'll tear off those extras. Since we found this tissue paper that's got these figure drawings, maybe we can put one of these down, see how it looks. I mean, it's here, right? Sometimes the tissue will just blend into the background, and other times it just won't. So we'll see what we get. Hey now. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this one's kind of just floating into the background there. That's fine. Ooh, and it's making some fun stuff go on here. I don't know what it is, but we're going to keep it. What else? Let's see. The crow I'm going to put on a page. That's the butterfly again. The stairs. Maybe this house. Or maybe part of this butterfly. Just building up layers. Then we'll let it dry so we can kind of go back in there and do some fun stuff. So I never know where the layers are going to land, so I'm pretty open to what's kind of happening there. Like, we covered up a lot of that piece, but that's okay because then I still like have a hint of it there, and I'm fine with that. And then maybe we can use a piece of this to add some texture. And we can run ink through there if we'd like to. Some of these dots. That's why it's good to have some bits of fodder around. You can see how when that's drying, it's totally turning a matte. All right, let's release this. I'm going to dry this quick and I will be right back. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Anyway, yeah, I was kind of down here and I have a habit of pulling it towards me. So I put down this black piece over that strip I had going this way, the butterfly, and then I put this tissue here and some of that painted paper. All right, let me dry it. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and we're going to keep moving. There's some words and some numbers here. This says imagination. Let's see what we get. I might layer this over here. It's just a little too straight. Yeah, I think that looks kind of cool. So we will put that here. And I just use a blow dryer to set mine. If I wasn't on video, I would probably let a lot of it dry, you know, on its own. Sometimes it's better that way, but that looks cool. I like that showing through. And then this piece is kind of sitting here. I am going to add some ink to this here, which will run as soon as I put this down, but that's okay. Hopefully it'll just make it darker. And I'm just going to continue building up some layers. This is watercolor paper, so it's just giving me a hard time going down. There we go. Love this tool. And then I want to put one of these pictures. Ooh, I like this one. So, like maybe that. I like this. Maybe over here. But let me see if I can get this well. I do want the children. And I'm trying not to decapitate them because they look like they're already having a horrible time. Let's go this way. And all right. I think I need something. What do I want to do here? I think I want to have a stitched piece up here, but I'm trying to decide if I want to do that. Let me just see something here. Maybe that. So this is the transparency. Yeah, I'm not liking it. You know, I did it because I thought it would look kind of cool, but I am not loving it. Okay, let's see. This is vellum. Thinking I might not want the house or anything. I am going to run some stitching right through here. Maybe we'll keep the tree. Okay, so I had this brown. I kind of feel like it has a metallic finish, but it's really hard to see. One of them has something on it. They always do. All right, so I think this is ground espresso on here. Nope, I don't want to add it there. I think I'm going to put it here. All right, I'm just going to use some, because I got all the stitching and stuff, I'm going to use a 3-in-1 glue, which I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I'm sure this isn't going to last for a lifetime anyway. So we're just going to go with it. But, you know, if you want to use a different medium, please do. I wouldn't imagine this is archival, but I don't know for sure. And that's really not worrying me. I'm doing this for fun, not really for lifetime. All right, so that's going to go there with the little kiddos. That just does not want to stay down. Oh, there it goes. Okay, and I'll probably come back and put some more stitching in there. Let's move along. Let's move along. Actually, ooh, I just ripped my butterfly. It's okay. He's all torn on this side anyway because I had to cut him off. All right, not sure how the vellum's going to stick with the matte gel medium, but let's see. I'm sure somebody is out there cringing right now. What are you doing? I'm having fun. I'm getting messy. Yeah, so again, this is printed on vellum, which may or may not stay down with this. We'll find out shortly. And then I did not set this, so this one might run, which I'm fine with, but it is kind of melting into the background. But it is running too, so that's fine. We'll just make the best of it. And then I have this piece, which I want to put offset. That's way too much. It's either way too little or way too much. There's no in between. Yeah, this is definitely running. Oh, yeah, we could put some in there, sure. I can always wipe off the excess too if I don't want it. The vellum is definitely going to run because I didn't set it. And I did set a lot of these with matte medium, and I showed you that with the jelly plate in the previous video. I think what I'll do is kind of stitch over that. Let me clean him out. And let's see if we can get some of that to show through. It's good. Look, ink. Wear your clubs, kids. Well, alcohol will take that off. It's all good. Actually, I think the water, they might be alcohol-based inks in my Epson or water-based. I'm not sure. It looks like water-based, but that's what I printed this with. So I'm going to take some of this up. And this. You know what would look really cool over top of this is some red stitching or paint or ink or something. So we'll see about doing that. I maybe can use a stencil and then bring out the a pattern for the wings that is very grungy. We can also add some white if we want. Okay. Yeah, there's really no wrong answer. What else? What else do I have on my desk? Oh, we have all the words too. I do want to use them. So let me see what's in this pile here. I have this piece. And if I bring this red in, it'll help along with that. So I just did this on the jelly plate. And it's just deli paper. Thought that would get me a straight of wine. I was wrong. All right. I want to do something like that. That is very cool. Let's see if it survives. It's only paint, so only paint. Not really sure what I meant by that, but I wanted to say it's not ink. There we go. Yeah, I like the red. I like bringing in some of that red. And so I just put my paint down. I painted in some of these X's with red, and then I just put the deli paper down and it got all wrinkly, which added a really cool effect to the paper when I pulled it up. So even when it's laying flat, it kind of has those creasy looking things. Ooh, it's tearing there. All right, that's cool. So we're just continuing to build layers. I think I wanted to put this here because I want to cover this crease, and I don't know if this is going to hold it. Well, we're going to try it. You know what? We don't know until we try. I'm putting it right on that crease, so I want to make sure it's down good because it's going to fold, right? Can't be afraid to get dirty and do this. I gotta just get in there. And then I'm just gonna try to even it all out. I think it's down pretty good. We'll find out when it dries. Okay, and then we need something over here. Ooh, do these and add in. These are also on deli paper. I'm gonna get a different brush for these because I want to kind of preserve some of that white, or if not all of it. So let me just grab a sponge brush. And kind of, and this will cover up there and hold it down a little better, I hope. Well, that fits almost perfectly right there, actually. There's add a cool little pop. We could get a stencil and put some other colors over top of that, like a black or brown. I say colors, but you know what I mean. Grungy bits. Or like put in some X's with embroidery floss. We'll see. We'll see where we get. Okay, so I think, let's see, do I need some? I think I need some down here. I do. Oh, this is kind of cool. I tore off a piece from here and I put it on here and then I stitched it. So that would be kind of cool down here maybe. Let's see. I don't want the fern so much. I want the, just this. Then it still needs something under there. Probably take some of this from the crow. Like the handwriting. Okay. And we can kind of use that to fill in there. And then I want to put that there, and I'm actually going to use the 3-in-1, and I'm going to be generous. Maybe, if it'll come out. Since I'm sitting here with it open, which is my MO. Okay. Just gonna fall the minute I move the table. I don't think it'll stick because the paper's still wet. It'll eventually catch. If not, I'll just re-glue it. Okay. So, I don't know where that came from. That did not belong at all. All right, so let me dry this now, and I'll clean up a little, and then we're going to enhance this with some additional bits, like stenciling, and I don't know yet, but I'll be right back. Okay, I cleaned up the desk. My fingers are still questionable, but I wanted this crow to be on my cover. There was no doubt that that's what was going to happen. So I just put some stitching on him, and I kind of hand fussy cut him. It's not fussy cutting, but hand tearing, fussy tearing. Yeah, fussy tearing. New technique. And then I just did some erratics. Ow. Don't cut your finger. Look at that. Silly girl. These are sharp scissors. All right, I'm just going to stop. Oh, this one. Okay, there he is in all his glory. I knew he was going on the cover. And I don't think I want to do too much more. I might ink around the outside, so let me do that. Don't worry, I didn't actually cut myself. It's just more of a scratch. I know you guys worry. I'm fine. All right, let's do this. And then I thought it would be cool to kind of maybe cross stitch or embroider slow stitch type stuff. This is too square. I cut off his tail feather so he can't leave. He's mine now. Or I can do some embossing too, but maybe he needs some like red X's. Do I have red? All right, let me get my needle. See what we can do here. Messy fingers. All right. I'm thinking like here. Let me get a starter hole. I'm just going to do some tiny X's, and I'm going to not be perfectly perfect. somehow I just always manage to do the hardest thing possible. All right, moving on. Maybe here. The chances of that being picked up, honestly, come on. Stop it. And then I'm going to go back the other way for some X's. Dirty fingers. I want this one to be little. And then one more just up here. I don't know why, but it's an odd number, and I like that better. Okay, get rid of some of that spin. And then we'll go like here to there. Like that. And then we'll go very small here. It's easier for me to see where the holes are going just by punching them through the front, so that's what I'm doing. And then here to go up here. No, that's too far. That's where I want the other one. So we'll go there. Yes. Yep. And then here and there. Can I see that other one? Where are you? You're hiding. Maybe we'll put like a little band around his leg. Where? This one? No, this one. Come on. I'll make it an X. I was going to do 2 lines, but I think I'll make it an X. It looks cooler. It looks so much better. Okay, I like that. What do you think? Cool, cool? Kind of pull this through. It doesn't have to be knotted because I'm just going to glue it. Yes, sir. I do like that. Okay, I am going to glue this down with this. This is actually going to be my cover. That's what I've decided. Now, I thought I was going to add more pages, and I still can. I can add as many pages to this as I want, even if the pages are somewhat completed, because I can always build over top of any new pages that I add, you know? Make sure that doesn't come out. All right, Mr. Crow. Raven? Maybe it's a raven. They have different heads, though, I think. I know somebody in the comments will tell me, maybe with raven in their name. Maybe, just saying. I don't know. Maybe they would know. Is it a crow or a raven? Raven or a crow? End's got to be all the way down, so I think if I use some embossing on that eye, it will look really cool. It'll kind of shine bright like a diamond. And maybe like in a couple of places on the wing. We'll see. Where did your cap go? Oh, I put it on there. All right. Okay, so that is my cover. This is the first side. I thought it would be, oh, I wanted to get a word for here. Disorder. It's too long. Where are those other words? Ooh, how about muse? Kind of like that, but it's too flimsy. I put it on not so sturdy paper, so I need something behind it. I think I'll use this. And I could add some brads, maybe. We'll see. Let's see what we get. Let me put this down with this. Hopefully we won't get bumpies. I put my brushes up to be cleaned. Okay. Good, it's not bad. Also, a band I like a lot. Yeah, it just needs to be. Okay. I do like that. I feel like now, though, I want to bring some of this in over here. This is the vintage photo. Perfect. Let me get some brads. All right, I have black. That might work really well. And then I have these. I don't know. Let's see. I need, let me get an awl. See which one I like better. That one's kind of big, but it does kind of mimic these, so. Let me put the other hole. The ends of these are so long. I wish I'd have known that when I bought them, because I probably would not have bought them. But maybe that's why they didn't tell me. Or maybe they did and I didn't pay attention, which is usually the case. What do you guys think? Really? Yeah, I like the black better too. Okay, we're going to go with the black. Thank you. All right, let's see if I can fold these out without them showing. Otherwise, I'm going to have to trim them. Ooh, I can. Okay, good. It's going to be glued down anyway, so I can just put them on an angle. Yeah. All right, let me use this. I'm going to do some more pages inside. I just wanted to get the cover done because I knew I wanted that crow on there, raven. I don't know. Yeah, like it here. Just saw my little cheesecloth, but now it's gone. Okay, that's kind of cool. I do have, let me see, I have these foundry waxes, kind of like mined. It's got a coppery kind of color to it. So these are the Distress Foundry waxes. There it goes. I know there's a ball in there. I'm like, move, ball. Not sure this is the color I'm going to use, but let's see. Maybe. So you got to let it kind of dry a little, and then you can heat set it. I don't want it to cover the whole thing. I kind of want to make it look like, ooh, that's a lot. It's way too much. It's going to take forever to dry. Come on. Don't do this with your hands, all right? Do as I say, not as I do. All right, so you see what I wanted to do there? I kind of wanted to give it like a little rusty effect. Let me just heat set that quick. I'm just going to use this, and it should set it quickly because there's not a really thick layer on there. It kind of changes once it's set, so it looks like it's good. But the heat kind of messed with my glue, so let things dry. But I'm doing a video. Okay, so my cover is good. I still might do embossing on his eye. Some of that glue on there. It's fine. Okay, so that's the foundry wax. You can use that for a host of things. You can look up the videos for foundry wax from Tim Holtz and Tim's crew of designers. They use it in some very cool ways, but that's my way today. I feel like there's something here I have to do. And I'm not sure what. I don't like that the way it is. We'll have to go back to it. All right, what are we going to do here? Well, I want to use some more of the words. I thought it would be cool to do kind of a stencil in here, which means I have to locate my stencils. That should be fun. Ah, here they are. Of what, I don't know. So let's look quick. Something abstract, I'm thinking. maybe. Oh, the words might be kind of cool. I'll leave them out though. All right, what else? No, yes, true. All right, let me see. Let me see. Maybe some red paint. This is the same. Is it, you know, it's so funny. Like the same colors can be so different between brands. But I guess that's what artists know. I think I'm going to do this one that says true. That's kind of cool. And then this one kind of fits that arc a little, doesn't it? Yes, I do like that. Okay. Okay, so I went and washed the stencil and my hands a little, not much. Still a long way to go. And I just kind of dried that off. I kind of like it like that. And I have just thinking through. Oh, I wonder. Let me see something. That page that I did where the butterfly. Like, I wonder how cool that would look. Because it's like, you know, sort of off just a little from the picture underneath it. Okay, I'm going to try it. Let me just. There's like that line that my printer does. And I just have to figure out how I'm going to attach it. Maybe some tape. It's so cool because, like, this is here and that's there. Okay, so. Trying to, like, how am I going to mark this? When in doubt, tear it. Okay, we can't. It's got to be lower. No, huh? I don't like the squared off corners. I could just staple it. Where will my staples land? Oh, I don't mind that. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I colored my staples with a gold. Is it going to go through? Ooh, I don't think it will. Oh no. Ooh, that's terrible. All right, no, we got to make this work. This will work. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Let's do another one like here. And then kind of want one over here. And here, I'm going to put two. Not because I need to, but because I like the way they look. Like that. Maybe a piece of tape. Yes. Of course. All right, we have to figure out now where all of those staples are here. We have to cover them up with something. Ooh, you know what I just realized? Ah, crud. Hold on. Oh no. Look, I'm like making a mess. All right, let's do this. Because I left this here. Because I always work in piles. And so, what did I get? I got this here. What else? Did I get anything else? Anything else? Oh, yeah. I'm going with it. It's going to stay. I'll just make it look more purposeful. This is starting to look like a murder book. It's not. It's not. I'm going to just get some black. Or some Payne's Gray. Where are you? Ooh, maybe this. Maybe some raw umber. I like it. I saved it. At least I believe so. What do you think? Okay, let's get rid of that. So we don't do that again. But let's see if I got it anywhere else. At least I didn't get it on the cover. Yay! I think that's it. Okay, we do have it on here, but this should be dry now. That's fine. All right, I threw that away. Let's put the brads away so I don't yard sale them across my craft room. And yeah, actually, I don't mind that at all. I think it adds interest. So now I have to go back and find my stapled page here where I started to put matte gel medium down. Matte medium. I know I keep saying the whole thing. It probably sounds ridiculous. I'm using my finger because I want to feel where those staples are. Now I have that Muse song in my head. The really popular one. Rise Up, I think it is, or Rise, or something like that. Good song. And we'll call you back. Okay. So that's fine. We'll let that dry. Okay, so I had a little time away, which you probably didn't notice, but this video is getting very long. And so I think what I'm going to do is I want to put something on here. I think I want to just use some of these. And so these are the Lyra, the graphene pencils, crayons. And when you get them wet, so they're water soluble. But I thought it would be kind of cool to do a little bit of this. But, you know, you kind of got to do whatever feels right for you. And then just drawing some stuff. Yeah. And then over here, I don't know, there's so much I want to do, but I just there is just not enough time. It's so much. I have these little bits that I did. So I just took some vellum, stamped on it, stitched on some fabric. So those are an easy way in. And then I can get my needle here. We can bring some of that red in. Making sure my video's on. With some kind of erratic stitching. Just because I've kind of made this in the journal now, I'm kind of carrying it through. I just kind of feel like it just brings it all together. I feel like this is one of those projects where I could literally just keep working in it. So I think what I'll do is just keep giving you guys updates on the gram and in the Facebook group. You know, kind of showing you what else I'm doing in it, because it's just going to go on beyond April and we're going to be in May soon, right? So I don't know. Just some of these projects take more time than you expect, which is fine. We'll do this, and I think we'll do one other page. I want to put a bunch of words on a page. I thought that would be fun, but I won't consider this done. Let's do a couple of French knots. Ooh, that's too much. Okay. Just kind of wrap it a couple of times, and then go back down, and then pull your needle off the thread. No, don't do that. Okay. I had to pull it a little because this was too tight. We'll make a better one over here. One, two, and just kind of pull it through and make a knot. I think that's enough. I just want it to kind of be scattered. Nothing intentional, but not too perfect. So I'm going to glue that down, and then I think we'll do some words. I'm going to put some water on those that I did there because I think that they need some. I need it to smear a little. Let me just get this down. And we'll have to wrap this up, but I know you guys are going to continue to make and share. And please share in the Facebook group if you're in there. I'd love to see what you make and how you interpret these pages, because they are so abstract that I really think, oh, I love this. I love it, but I think I need to scratch it up a bit. I know. You're probably like, what? Let's see what we can do. I have these scissors here. I just kind of feel like it needs something. Yeah, I don't know. It's very shiny too, which isn't helping me. Which I did intentionally, right? Like, you know that, but it's just too perfect, I guess. Yeah, it's okay. All right, let's pick a page to put a bunch of words on, because I do want to do that. Let's see. Faded pages, chasing light, make art you love. I do like that. Let me go over this. Yeah, I don't care if it gets more distressed. There we go. Adding some ink. Darker. Where did I put that graphene crayon? Don't know. I have another one. Oh, it's right here. Just kind of want to go around it. Need some water. I'm just getting a paintbrush. Gotta make art you love, right? Let's see. How about paper towel? Perfect. And I want to put something on here. I know I said one page. It just never works out that way. Oh, I did this leaf, remember? I showed it in my earlier video. We should get this on here. This just keeps wanting to fold and fall. It's had enough. Let's see, how do I want this to? I want it like that. Maybe like that. Okay. I'm going to take this red and I'm going to put a little out and I'm just going to get it with this paper towel and just dab. Because I just want kind of like hints of it on this page. I'm going to go over this with another color. I think maybe the graphite pencils. Okay. Let's make sure that doesn't end up on a page. And hold on. No. Keep going through these, but maybe some some like very not real writing, but writing. Maybe we'll carry it up over here. Oh. water. Just to bring it to life a little. More water. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Kind of want it to take over some of this red. I just want hints of it. I don't want the whole thing like overwhelming it. Using your non-dominant hand, you get marks you probably wouldn't make otherwise. All right, so we got that. I don't know, just adds a little spot of color. I still feel like I want stuff over things. I'm gonna get some of the brown paper tape that I have and kind of, where do I want to tape this? I kind of feel like I want it there, but I don't want to cover up my stitching. So let's see. So what I'm going to aim to do is kind of put this under that. I don't know, it just felt right. I can put a bit of, oh, I got this fern. There's so many pages in this, sometimes I can't even decide what I want to use. Could kind of go under here, but it needs something light too. Like that. I only said one page. I'm almost done. We're going to wrap it up. But if you're still here, say hi in the comments. Okay, I like that. I like that on that. I feel like I want to put something here. I could stencil it, or I could stencil it with this. Kind of like this. Let's see what we get. I need more ink. I think this is, I don't know, I've kind of mixed them up now. We're going to go with the scorched timber, but I don't know if this is the right dauber, but it doesn't matter at this point because they're so close. It's kind of cool. Yes. That works. All right. So, like I said, this could go on forever and ever and ever. These are really handy. I'm so glad I made them. They kind of work quickly. So, really, it's just a bunch of like scraps with tape, and I drew on this is like tracing paper that I coffee dyed, and just stitched it onto this book page. Not well, thankfully. Yeah, and it just kind of works. It gives some really good layers. I'm going to cover that up because I liked it, and now I don't. So I'm doing that. I have this. Could be cool to put some white there. Let's see. Let me get some white. I'm gonna open. Really? Oh, there we go. All right. So take our paper towel right here. Maybe this. Actually, I'm going to do it backwards because I like that better. Obviously, you could use a sponge or some other form. This is here, so I'm just going to see what it'll do. I'm not going for perfection. I kind of like it. I don't want to go off the stencil. I don't know. I just want something that looks a little different. Well, you can't make out the words or anything, but that's okay. I think I gotta go up here though. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay, and I have some of this white, so we can kind of just drop it in places. This needs something. Oop, and I'm trying to destroy it again in the paint. Jeepers. My brain works faster than my hands work faster than my brain. See what I mean? Don't need fancy brushes. I have a paper towel. Yes, it's going under my stencil, but I don't care. Nice. And it mimics those circles, and I can push it back a bit. Kind of soften those corners. Yeah, and I probably put something else over that too, but like I said, we're getting into what could be a 2-hour long video, and that's just not going to work for you guys. But But I think we actually did quite a bit. So I am very much loving where we've gone with this. I think I still want to add words and things. So I will continue to do that and work in this. And what I'll do is I'll post, like I said, on the gram, and I'll put it in the Facebook group too, just to give you guys a look at what I'm doing. But I love it. I mean, I love the many ways you can do it, and I hope you guys did too. And if you did, please consider giving this a thumbs up. And if you're new here, maybe subscribe if you want to see fun paper crafting videos, junk journals, and the like. Because I'm really loving exploring all different things, and I hope you will too. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day or night. Bye!